Alrighty, folks, I wanted to record what I was reading for the daily financial news for Saturday, June 10th. A lot of amazing stuff going on. We're going to hear about Goldman Sachs raising their S&P target for the year. We're going to talk about foreclosures, crazy increases happening in foreclosures. We're going to call out Florida, California, and Texas, for example. We're talking about some revenge travel. But folks, let's get into it. What is the big things happening next week? Let's start there. Again, the things that are coming next week are Monday. We're going to get Oracle earnings. It'll be very interesting to see if Oracle talks about lengthening sales cycles, people, pulling on projects like Salesforce, right? Their consulting arm, if I remember it, Salesforce was a little weak, project management, whatever you want to call that, basically selling hours. What's going on with maintenance streams, renewals, things of that nature. I think selling software the next year or so is going to be tough. But yes, we will hear from Oracle. Then, of course, Tuesday is the headline. Tuesday, we will get CPI headline core. Looks like some of the experts are calling 4.1. I am calling 4.3 or better. Again, it's a lot of that to do with base effect. We're calling for month-on-month 0.4 when we roll off a full 1%. It should be an interesting reading to watch the market react to that. Then on Wednesday, we will get PPI, which again is kind of like inflation for the wholesale level. What is coming down the pipeline, very interesting. We will, of course, get the Fed decision, which again, I believe and have always believed will be a pause. The Fed is done. The Fed is done. The Fed is done. No more rate increases or rate cuts this year. But we will get the first pause on Wednesday is my call. And then, of course, the press. The press is going to press. The press is going to press him. What a weird sentence to say. But they're going to talk about, hey, is this just a pause? This is a skip. What is going on? And he will say a bunch of nonsense and drivel about being data dependent. Folks, they're done. They're just done. Not only is the inflation reading on Tuesday going to be amazing, the July reading will be amazing as well and likely take us under 4%. We could be below 3.5% in July. Just think about that. So again, the Fed is done. The Fed is done. The Fed is done. Thursday, we will get jobless claims. Again, last week, again, a sign that the Fed is winning. I believe they popped to 262,000. We finally broke above 250,000. I have long since believed Jerome Powell wants to see 325. So again, we could be on our way. Last week was a blip. This week will be is the trend validated. So lots of stuff going on there. Also on Thursday, we will get retail sales. Retail sales. We are a consumer-based economy. The consumer appears to still be spending. What is going on with consumers? And then Friday, consumer sentiment. So lots of stuff going on this week. Last week was a little slow. This week, buckle up, Buttercup. It is going to get very, very interesting. So let's talk about foreclosures. You are undoubtedly going to hear these rascals on YouTube and Twitter, these doomers and crash bros, talk about home foreclosures rising at an uncontrollable rate in Florida, California, and Texas. These intellectually dishonest hooligans. So let's talk about some numbers. Yes, foreclosures are up. There are 35,196 exactly foreclosures as of May. Florida has a whopping 2,901. California, 2,451. And Texas, 2,286. That may sound like a lot to you, but do you think roughly 3,000 homes in the great states of Florida, Texas, and California make a dent? Again, 35,196. That is up. We are up 60%. Big whoop. We did 6 million foreclosures in the Great Recession. So if you have a rascal or hooligan on YouTube or Twitter dominating your feed talking about foreclosures rising and it equals the Great Recession, I give you full permission to leave a comment. Hashtag OK Doomer. Yes, folks, that is the hashtag I'm rolling out that I want to shine a light on all of these doomers and cockroaches that are messing with people's psyche. So again, you feel free to use the hashtag OK Doomer. Read an article from Delta's CEO that is wild to think about. Delta CEO says there's been $300 billion in excessive travel. Yes, we had revenge spending on Prada and Gucci 6 months ago. Excuse me. Now we have revenge spending on travel and whatnot. So lots and lots of stuff going on. Friday's close was just a whisper shy of 4,300, 4,298.86. That is the S&P. I don't know about you, but I look forward to Dan Bird and his call because, again, he told us this was coming, which was pretty awesome. It does look like Twitter and Elon Musk is going to start paying creators that are verified. I have an unfortunate reality is coming, is these creators, especially the doomers and the negativity that dominates Twitter, is about to go 10x. You are going to have doomers replying to doomers, replying to doomers, so they get paid. These doomers don't care about you. They care about getting paid. So Twitter might get so unhealthy that I will just have to start going there. But again, you could join me on Twitter, one rental at a time, and let's shine the light. Let's tell people that doing the work matters. Again, you can make a difference. It is hard, but you can do that. Goldman Sachs raised their S&P target for the year end to 4,500. That is roughly a 5% upside from here. I'm going to be very curious to see if Dan stands by his record call of 4,800. Again, he's been calling that for quite a while this year. So let's see. We've had some very interesting things in the earnings that came out. Looks like we've had record revenue, but falling profits. And this is a shout out to Danielle D. Martino Booth. She replied or posted something. And again, Danielle D. Martino Booth is an amazing follow. I definitely think that if you're trying to understand the economy, you could do far worse than following Danielle D. Martino Booth. I follow her on Twitter religiously. Again, she reported that revenue in 2022 was 18.1 trillion, but earnings were only 1.56, or a profit plunge of 15%. We've got some very interesting earnings next week that I will be looking at. It starts Monday with Oracle. Then we have Adobe, Lennar, and Kroger. I'm actually most interested in Lennar because, again, builders have been crushing it lately. They're near their 52-week highs, at least in many cases. You can go watch or read an article from Lance Lambert, our Thursday guest, that I believe went live on Friday, talking about builders. I thought it was a very well-written article. And again, thank you, Lance, for coming back every Thursday. And then, of course, I want to look at Kroger, right? We've been hearing a lot about food inflation, but if we do get a soft PPI reading, could that be rolling over? So, folks, like, subscribe, comment, and then remember, if you are one of my students of how to get started one rental at a time, I have an extra special gift for you. We are going to be doing a live session at 8 a.m., which you are all invited to. It is 100% free. You can come and be part of the Three Amigos, our Tuesday conversations, 8 a.m. We will be doing this weekly with different guests, just a surprise every time. And I hope you enjoy it. And then lastly, let's congratulate some people for doing the work. We got Ray and Melissa. Ray and Melissa, congratulations. I'm going to say Gonyo, congratulations for getting your deal. And then Maddie, congratulations for getting your deal. Folks, again, Ray and Melissa, Gonyo, and Maddie, your cards will go out in the mail. I'm sorry I didn't do this on the live session. I forgot, but I'm recording it here so I can mail these out. All right, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.